Hey guys, Jared here from Deere Country Farm and Lawn, and today we're going to take a look at the controls and operation on the John Deere Z300 series, 500 series, and 700 series zero-turn mowers. Let's get started. All right, so I'm sitting on a John Deere Z325E. We're going to go over the controls here in a couple seconds. These Z3 series are available in a couple different deck sizes, anywhere from a 42 to a 48 to a 54-inch deck, as well as different spec trim levels, such as an E, which I'm on. There is an M series and an R series as well, with different engines and different features. But for this video, we're just going to have the E series. The operation and everything is going to be very similar between all different models. So let's take a look at the controls on these zero turns. Over here to my right hand side is where a majority of all the controls on this machine are going to be located. Very simple on zero turns. You have your standard key ignition right here, normal stop position, normal run position, and then of course your ignition system to turn the engine over. You do have a light position in this ignition switch as well. Keep in mind on the E series we don't have any lights. That's available as field install kits on the E and the M series. The lights do come standard on the R series. Now this engine that we have in this one right here is going to be a Briggs & Stratton engine. The Briggs & Stratton engine on these models is going to have a single lever control. The single lever control for your throttle system is going to be a up all the way for choke. So on your cold start, up all the way is going to be your choke. As soon as the machine starts, you can then pull this back down, and this will control, of course, your engine speed, all the way from the turtle to the rabbit. Also on these zero turns, you're going to have a simple mower deck engagement. It's all electronic clutch system. There's no manual systems available on these. It's a simple pull up to engage the mower blades and a push down to disengage the mower blades. Now with zero turns and the operation of how you steer with these mowers, as you can see, there is no yellow button to push like it was on the X300 series or the 200s and 100s demonstration when we did that. That is because of the way you steer with these. It's basically impossible to have a reverse override. You'd be hitting it all the time and it just wouldn't make sense. So there is no reverse override on these machines, just simple on and off for the mower deck. You do have over here as well the hour meter. It is going to be a basic hour meter. There is really no other information displayed in it. It's just a simple square right there. That is located on your side console. Your mower deck height adjustment, how you raise and lower the mower deck. It is a dial system with a foot pedal assist. The foot pedal assist is not a locking type foot pedal assist. It is simply just to raise the mower deck up all the way so you can adjust the height. Once you let go of your foot, the mower deck will drop down to that height. If you need to adjust the height again, you do have to push that pedal down again. So if I want to change the height of the mower deck, I do have to push down on this as well as hold it and then turn the knob to where I want the height to be. As soon as I release that, the mower deck goes down to that height. And if I need to change it again, or if I'm done mowing, I do want to push it down all the way, and then I can turn it back up again to its highest height. Control levers. Your control levers, of course, operate just like any normal zero turn. They do have an intertwined braking system, so it's a mechanical brake system that's actually tied into these hydro handles right here. As soon as these handles are out, the park brake is engaged, and as soon as you pull them in, that park brake is disengaged. So for people that might have an older John Deere Z3 series or other models, you might be very similar or very familiar with the park brake system that's over here to your left hand side that you have to disengage and re-engage every single time. John Deere has updated these Z3s. The mechanical park brake system is integrated into these hydro handles right here. That about does it for the controls of the John Deere Z3 series. Let's jump over to the 5 series real quick. We'll take a quick look at those controls. All right, guys, so I'm sitting on a John Deere Z5 series right now, specifically the Z515E. Just like the Z3 series over there, it's good to mention that the Z5 series is available in a couple different deck sizes from 48 to 60, as well as different trim levels or different series levels like an M series or an R series, which will have some differences when it comes to controls, which we'll lightly touch base on here when we go through these controls on this E series for demonstration purposes. So just like the Z3 series, the majority of all the controls are going to be over here on the right-hand side. It's a little bit different layout than what it was on the Z3 series, but overall the same basic concept. You do have your key ignition located right here. On the R series, there will be an individual light switch right here, or if you opt into getting that kit, there is a light switch that will be put right there. As you can see in the key ignition, there is no spot like it was on the Z3 where you have that integrated light switch in your key ignition. Your throttle system for the E series as well as the M series will be separated. As we talked about on that Z3 series, with that Briggs engine, it was all the way up and pulled down. You have the separated style on this. Throttle's over here. Choke is over here on the other side. It will hold itself up until you turn and start the engine. Once the engine starts, you can reach back over and pull that choke down. Now, this right here is one of the differences you will see specifically on the fuel-injected model. That's the Z545R. That will be a electronic 3-position throttle. You will have 3 buttons over here for your speed. You do have an idle. You have a middle button for an eco mode, and then of course the top one will be full throttle. So that is one of the differences that we will be looking at when we look at something like the EFI model. Again, specifically, that's the Z515 or 545R. This right here, just like normal mower deck engagement, pull up to start the mower deck, push down. Again, there's going to be no reverse override button on these. You do have this right here, which is a little bit of a cutout. That is a low fuel light that's located in there. It will illuminate itself, even though it is kind of dim and hard to see on a very bright day, but that is where that is going to be located at. On the E series and the M series, you're going to get a basic hour meter as well as a fuel gauge on top that comes on when the ignition's turned on. It's a simple bar graph, and then again, like I said, it is a simple hour meter on the bottom. Again, this is one of the differences that you're going to look at when you get an R series trim level. The R series trim level will have a display in here very, very similar to the X300s, X500 series type display that will have everything from electronic fuel, warning symbols like low oil pressure, volts for the battery, much more detailed display in there to give you a better readout of the machine itself and what's going on with it. Mower height adjustment on these. Similar in a way to the Z3s that we just looked at. It does have a foot pedal assist, but we are going to be using a magnetic pin style to adjust our height. The magnetic pin will go in any of these multiple slots down here. They are arranged anywhere from 1 to 4 inches. So like I said, simple pin adjustment. You do have a lock for the mower deck, so when you push down your foot assist, you will have to push that down and hold it. And when it's pushed down and hold, then you can let your foot out and the mower deck will drop down to that height. One of the reasons you have to push and hold this down is because when you are done mowing, if you push this all the way down, it will lock itself back in the upright position over there. On these models in particular, as of right now with the Z5 series, you do not have an interlocking park brake system in the hydro handles here. That is a feature I might expect to see here actually not too shortly, but as of right now, Deere hasn't said anything about it. You do have an independent park brake over here that you will have to engage and disengage. Right now it is pulled up, so that means that park brake is engaged. When you are ready to mow or move, you will have to push forward and down, so it's a forward and down motion will unlock that park brake. A couple things to note since you do have the independent park brake system on this. If the mower is running and you are ready to move, if you pull those hydro handles in first before you disengage the park brake, the mower is going to shut off. And it's a safety feature on these, so you have to make sure before you pull these hydro handles in that you disengage that park brake and then pull those hydro handles in. Same concept too when you come to a stop and you're ready to get off. If for whatever reason you want to reach down through here and try to pull that up, the mower's going to shut itself off. So when you come to a stop, take the hydro handles to the neutral position. You're going to push those out, and then of course reach down, then grab your park brake and pull that on. That's your basic overall controls of the Z5 series. Let's jump over real quick to the Z7 series and we'll conclude with that. All right, guys. Now I'm on a John Deere Z7 series, in particular the Z720E. Just like all the other zero turns, there are different levels in this series. There is an M series as well as an R series, larger decks, higher horsepower models, and more comfort features such as lights and floor mats that you can get with these specific models. For demonstration purposes, we're going to be looking at the John Deere Z720E. For controls, and we'll touch base on some of the differences when you step up to something like an R series or add some kits on like lights. So again, zero turns, the concept basically remains the exact same. Most of your controls again are on the right hand side of the models over here. On the Z7 series, you will have a little bit more of a basic layout than what we saw on some of the other ones. You will have a throttle system with an independent choke system as well, no integration on these. You will have your key ignition right here. That will be simple start, no lights integrated into that as well. On the R series that comes standard with lights, you will have an independent switch on your column here that will be for engaging and disengaging the lights. If you opt into those kits, of course, there is ways to get that in there for you. Simple hour meters located right here for you. Again, basic hour meter, not too much information when it comes to that. Your cut height adjustment is up here. Since the Z7 series is considered commercial level with John Deere, we start to get close to what most people would have seen on the Z9 series. It is a foot lift assist as well, so the concept remains the same across the board for majority of all of them. When the deck is all the way up, you are easily able to turn the knob to whatever height adjustment that you want. You do have the foot lever system that when you push it down and hold it, you can then raise and hold the unlock and lower down to the mow height that you have it set for. Just like the Z5 series, this does have an interlocking lock system, so when you push down on the foot pedal system here, the mower deck will lock itself automatically up. The mower deck does have to be raised up, just like every other model, in order for you to be able to turn this knob and adjust your height. You cannot be adjusted when the mower deck is down set. Hydro handles, as you can see, there is no independent park brake system on these. It is interlocked into the Z7 series. That is one of the comments I made on the Z5 series, as being the only one as of right now in these smaller levels that does not have that, which I could see possibly here shortly being an option. But on the Z7 series, it is interlocked into the hydro handles. Simply pulling these in, you get a pretty noticeable audible click on it, and that will disengage the park brake. Again, when you are done mowing, when you push these out, that will re-engage the park brake as well. That's your basic rundown of the controls and operation here of the John Deere's zero-turn lineup from the Z3s to the Z7s. All right, guys, so that's going to conclude our quick tutorial here of the controls on the Z3 series, 5 series, as well as the 7 series. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button down below. Subscribe to our channel. We're going to be putting out more videos as usual here at Deere Country Farm and Lawn.